All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Hmm.
Today we're going to be taking a look at something that might not seem too exciting at first glance,
Hmm.
but trust me, it's a total game changer.
Yeah.
It's all about those little keyboard shortcuts that can save you,
Huge amounts of time.
yeah, huge amounts of time in Excel. Now, I know spreadsheets might not be like the most thrilling thing in the world,
Right.
but if you're anything like me and you spend any amount of time in Excel,
Hmm.
you know how much time gets wasted just clicking around and doing things the long way.
Absolutely.
So today we're going to be focusing on one specific shortcut that can really streamline your workflow. And I'm going to let the X take it away from here and tell us what this magical shortcut's all about.
All right. So the shortcut we're going to be looking at today is Critical plus Shift plus Page Up.
Okay, so at first glance, that might not seem like anything revolutionary.
All
Like
right.
page up, page down. We've all used those keys before.
Sure.
But what's the big deal about this particular combination?
Well, the magic of this shortcut really lies in what it selects. So
Wow.
when you press Critical plus Shift plus Page Up, it doesn't just move you to the previous worksheet in your workbook.
Right.
It actually selects the entire sheet and all the data within it.
Okay, now that's starting to sound a little more interesting. So
Okay.
instead of like just clicking on a different sheet, you're actually grabbing the whole thing.
Exactly.
So can you give me like a real world example of where this would actually come in handy?
Absolutely. So let's say you're working on a workbook that has a separate sheet for each month of the year,
Okay.
and you need to quickly apply some formatting changes to all of them, like changing the font or adding borders.
Yeah.
Instead of going through each sheet individually and making the changes, you can use this shortcut
Critical plus shift plus page up.
to select multiple sheets at once. Then you can apply the formatting to all of them simultaneously.
Okay, so that saves a ton of time right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I can already see how useful this would be for like creating reports or doing data analysis where you're working with a lot of different sheets.
And it's not just about formatting. You can also use this shortcut to copy and paste data across multiple sheets, or even to delete multiple sheets at once.
Wow, okay, so this is starting to sound like a real productivity booster.
Oh, absolutely.
So like, let's say I want to copy like a formula from one sheet to a bunch of other sheets. Would I use this shortcut for that?
Yep, you can definitely use it for that. So you select the cell with the formula you want to copy,
Okay.
then use Control plus Shift plus Page Up to select all the sheets you want to copy it to, and then just paste.
Okay, so no more like going back and forth between sheets and pasting it over and over again.
Exactly, you just do it all in one go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there's probably a way to do the same thing, but like going forward through the sheets instead of backwards.
You're absolutely right. If you want to select the next sheet and the data on it, you just use Control plus Shift plus Page Down.
Oh, that's so simple, but so effective.
Yeah. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference in how quickly you can navigate through your workbook.
So basically, we're talking about like a power combo here.
Right.
Control plus shift plus page up to go back. Control plus shift plus page down to go forward.
Exactly. You got it.
And just like that, you're zipping through your spreadsheets like a pro. I mean, I can't believe I haven't been using this shortcut all along.
Well, now you know.
I know, right? It's like a whole new world has opened up to me. I'm already thinking about all the ways I could apply this to my own work.
And that's the beauty of these little shortcuts. Once you start discovering them and using them, it's like you unlock this hidden potential in the software.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, what other shortcuts are out there
Right.
just waiting to be discovered?
There are tons of them.
I know.
And they can make a huge difference in your productivity. So I encourage everyone listening to take some time to explore the shortcuts available in the programs you use the most.
That's a great point
Mm-hmm.
because it's not just about Excel, right? I mean, there are shortcuts for everything. Whether you're using Word, PowerPoint, or even just browsing the web,
Mm-hmm.
there are always ways to do things faster and more efficiently.
Absolutely.
So yeah, do your research, folks. A little bit of time invested in learning some shortcuts can pay off big time in the long run.
I completely agree.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive, but hopefully this has given you a little taste of the power of keyboard shortcuts.
Oh,
And who knows, maybe we'll do another deep dive on shortcuts in the future.
I'd be happy to.
Awesome. Until then, happy spreadsheeting, everyone.